enjoys the trip no problem.
And we should mention Aura About You, who again is a long time since we last saw her, 318 days, but she was third, albeit well beaten last year.
Yes, got ground to find with Quevega, but proven on these on the track at least. Again, conditions are slightly different. And
Amber Brook as well is a doughty horse. Probably want a little bit further. Nigel Twiston-Davies trains her.
12th last year. Actually has run a couple of bad races this year, sort of inexplicable bad races. She's become, I think, a tad inconsistent.
Nick Henderson also has Stravinsky Dance with Samuel Cohen riding, with first-time blinkers on the horse. Let's go and join Mike for the call for the David Nicholson Mares Hurdle.
Off racing for the David Nicholson Mares Hurdle. They've got 2.5 miles and 10 flights on the old course. Stravinsky Dance was always keen to get a good start. Samuel Cohen was keeping an eye on the start there. Sway made a mistake at the back of the field, hit that pretty hard. Restrained is Princess Rainbow, who's already a bit detached as they go over the second flight of hurdles. Sway jumped that one much better. So already stretching out Stravinsky down to that first time blinkers, leads by 8 to 10 lengths already as the field head off down the hill. Here comes Sally racing together with No One Tells Me in second and third. Amber Brook is chasing them. Aura About You not too far off the pace either. On the outside, Carol's Legacy's yellow jacket is sitting pretty handy as they race on at pace down the hill. In the middle of the field at this stage, Quevega, it's probably in about 7th or 8th place there. Volley La Vedette is tracking Quevega. The big two, Zaranava, the grey filly on the outside of those. The lighter grey filly, that's Argento Luna, is held up towards the rear. Rather dived at that flight of hurdles. Pepite de Soleil behind that one with Arctic Magic the rail. Sway towards the back of the field with Alazi, and Princess Rainbow brings up the rear. And Stravinsky Dance has got the choke full out here as she comes up the home straight. She leads by 10 lengths. Here comes Sally, No One Tells Me, with Aura About You, Carol's Legacy, Amber Brook. On the outside is Just Beware. Arctic Magic is just tracking Quevega and the white-faced Easter Legend on the inside. Volley La Vedette, the red jacket with the pale blue seas and red spots, drawing alongside Quevega, with Zaranava on the outside, Argento Luna, and then Sway towards the back with Pepite de Soleil, who races towards the rear with Alazi on the inner and Princess Rainbow on the outer. So taking that flight of hurdles, Stravinsky Dance has opened up a good advantage here, 15 lengths clear of them as they head up the hill. In second place, leading the pack on the inside, is Here Comes Sally, together with No One Tells Me. Carol's Legacy sits in fourth, going comfortably. Aura About You is next. Then Just Beware and Amber Brook. Quevega, followed by Volley La Vedette and Easter Legend on the inside. Zaranava the grey just being bumped along on that turn with Sway. And then behind that one comes Argento Luna, but Pete de Soleil on the outside of Alazi as they make their way down the hill towards the next flight of hurdles. Still last of all is Princess Rainbow. So on towards the fifth flight, Stravinsky Dance, a little bit ponderous as she took that. The field behind them taking that Easter Legend, just flattened that flight on the inside as they took it. They're going off towards the last flight over on this part of the course. And Stravinsky Dance is filly who showed very smart form over in her native France before coming over here to Britain to race. She's in front here by about 8 to 10 lengths now for Samuel Cohen as they go to the sixth flight over on the far side. Certainly the pack seem to be closing down that gap a little bit. Here comes Sally, still close up with No One Tells Me and Carol's Legacy in the chasing posse as the gap is reduced. Quevega is not too far behind them. Neither too is Aura About You. Amber Brook, Just Beware, is being driven along. Zaranava getting a little bit closer. Volley La Vedette racing alongside Quevega as they go to the flight at the top of the hill. Now the challengers begin to stack up here as Pepite de Soleil made a mistake there at that flight. That was 4 out. Making their way into the top of the hill, Stravinsky Dance has been whittled back and she's lost the lead. She's dropping through the field, and it's No One Tells Me, Carol's Legacy, together with Volley La Vedette, who goes into third and swings off the bridle. Amber Brook on the inside of Aura About You, followed then by Pepite de Soleil, who's recovered nicely from that error. Also with the challenges, Quevega, she's travelling strongly behind Volley La Vedette, the favourite, last year's winner for Ruby Walsh, as they come down now towards the third last here. No One Tells Me on the inside of Carol's Legacy, on the outer Volley La Vedette and Quevega full of running. Aura About You, Alazi driven, Easter Legends white face up the inside is battling on bravely. Then Pepite de Soleil, Sway looks to be beaten as they come down towards the second last. Carol's Legacy, Amber Brook with the big two Irish mares on the outside. Voler Levedette and Quevega in third and fourth. Easter Legend in fifth place, as no one tells me weakens. Down the hill they come to the home straight. One more flight to go. There's Quevega on the outside of Carol's Legacy. Now shaken up Voler Levedette as they race up the hill. And it's Quevega and Ruby Walsh who strike the front of the David Nicholson from Carol's Legacy in second. Then Amber Brook third. Here's the final flight for Quevega. She was a bit awkward, but she's full of running and she sprints up the hill here, and she's going to land consecutive David Nicholson mares hurdles to the roar of the crowd. Quevega collects for Willie Mullins and Ruby Walsh in second. Carol's Legacy. Voler Levedette flattened outwards in third spot, followed by Amber Brook and Easter Legend, and these five are clear. Arctic Magic next.
Well, she's done it and Willie Mullins has done it. We haven't seen her for 296 days, but she was able to give of her best. She wasn't as spectacular as last year, but it was probably a deeper race than last year as well. But she has delivered. Quevega has successfully defended her title in the David Nicholson Mares Hurdle, and Ruby Walsh was riding her. In second, that was so much better from Carol's Legacy. It was disappointing in this race last year, but has been doing really well over fences this season, and she's finished second for Andrew Tinkley, who's had apart from the mishap in the first race of General Miller, has had a great day. I know he hasn't managed to get on a winner,